and they contribute in different projects and are actively participating in the tech squad methodology. So over to you.
Thank you. Okay, going to present. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Are you looking? Do you see the screen?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yes. Okay. So let's start.
Okay, hello, good morning to everyone. I'm Gabriella Sisinni. I've been working in Worldline for almost 3 years. At the beginning, I started as a technical engineer, and since 2 years, I work as a Scrum Master, certified Scrum Master. I also work in my past experience as a team leader, technical and functional analyst, software developers, many things. Moreover, in my free time, I'm a startup enthusiast and founder of a small circular fashionable startup.
And I am Pietro Maffi, and I am Scrum Master certified since 2008. I am also less practitioner certified and ICP ACC and ICP ATF Agile Coach certified. I worked in different fields from telco to fintech in a big international company, and I am now part of the FS Issuing Horizon team. I'm also part of the technical Worldline technical squad, methodology and testing, the section, and also I am part of the Worldline international expert community. We would like to share with you our journey that bring us from our composition of our group in the last 3 years, moving from our Scrum to the unFIX fluidity, having clear the Scrum value, and also the fact that all this is connected with a lot of empowerment that we try to grab from the people in our group. Okay. Before starting, we would like to ask you a few questions. This is a pool that is available on Microsoft Forms. So if you have your device enabled, you can hit the QR code and connect directly with your device. Otherwise, in chat, Gabriella is pushing the link that you can use in your browser to vote this question. First of all, who one of you knows Worldline Tech Squad? It's something that was built almost 2 years ago, and it's really important for Worldline. So we would like to ask you if you know it, and at the end I will share some more information, and I will ask you if someone is interested to join. You are more than welcome. So we will share also this information. So are you able to submit your answer? Are you able to connect? I see still.
Yes.
0. Okay. So that should be the answer. Oops, sorry. These are the answer that we are receiving. Anyone knows? Those are the questions. Okay. If you have done, there is also the second question that is, have you ever heard about unFIX? And this is a quite simple question. Yes, no, and if you are interested. You have to check to the link and submit at the end of these 2 questions to submit the answer. Let's see. There is any trouble? or you are able to do it?
Yeah, we have submitted already.
Okay, so it seems it's slow the load. Anyway, we will check at the end of this presentation the answer, and then we can start. Okay. Yeah, we would like to start with our, let me say, story. That is, we started almost 4 years ago with a 3 agile team, which followed the Scrum framework and were used to be self-organized on daily basis. Due to business needs, the team started growing. After a few weeks, we have 2 new colleagues. Then after some months, we have 3 new colleagues that join us from Germany. By the way, I didn't told you at the beginning, we are based in Italy. Then we have also people in Germany. After then, other 6 people and colleagues joined from Spain, Worldline Spain. And after that, other 7 people from Worldline Global Services India join our team. And at the end of the first year, we reach a dimension that is something like 20 people for each team.
Of course, as you can imagine, the dimension started to become really a problem for us, for both our daily team organization and for our business responsiveness. And so we would like to find a new creative and innovative solution that can help us and then empower people. We really take care about the empowerment, not only because this is our line value, but also because it's an agile principle. So really we put everything on empower team, empower people, and the reconfiguration was really based on this. So our key starting question raised in our mind at the beginning and continues in our work was very simple. So how can we configure our teams and our structure to respond to the growing teams dimension and to the fact that we need to respond to a business requirements? So we really put everything, and our answers was to put on the empower people with engaged feeling by the organization.
Yes. Yes, a small step back. Maybe you remember last year, me and Vinay Pillai had our Agile Meet 2022 session about less, so we don't want to talk about it here, but it's important for us to share that our journey that starts from Scrum has an important step on less that for us was really a key step because we are able to focus on the product, redefine the product that we are working on. And we learn also how to use a system thinking approach to enable us to improve our let me say, minds our attention to the whole of the system, not only to optimizing some part of it. If you are interested to review the speech that we have last year, here there is the link that you can join.
Yes, let me also add that something that we really consider important about less is the simplicity and the mandate to simplify everything, or if you prefer, we like to say it, to descale instead of scale. So the scope of less is the product. So this is what we really care. The team needs to focus on the product, and that's everyone who works together to build one product. Of course, in an organization in which we have several products, multiple products, it could have several less implementation.
Yeah, going back now to the fact that for us it's really important, the empowerment. In order to feel the people empowered, for us is really a key factor to let them decide their own best way to help the company. And based on this, we think that it would be great if we as a team would have the power to define our own configuration. In this way, each teammate would feel empowered and also more committed to the company's success.
Yes, and this also required to the managers to be able to delegate the power, because this is something that I mean, we really care about the fact that people should act as responsible adults. So we don't need people to be micromanaged and be led by one single person. So only with inspiring and supporting and teaching to the managers how to act as a true leaders, people are really enabled to find innovative and creative solution to customer needs and to provide to the organization really an help. So this is what we really care and what we work on.
Yes, and now
yes,
You're
we.
talking-
Can you
you're
see?
talking
Can
on
you
mute.
listen? Can you hear us?
We can hear you, but not him,
Yeah.
Pietro.
Not Pietro, no, okay, but
it's not my
it's my
turn,
turn.
sorry.
Okay, so we question you at the beginning if you know what is unFIX. So now we would like to explain you something more about this toolbox. So once we understood our necessity, our needs to do a reconfiguration, we create a committee of people made by managers, product owners, scrum masters, and then also some volunteers from our teams that have all in together the goals to define this new configuration, the new team configuration. So we study a lot, we meet a lot. The preparation was very important in this process. We also compare with our Worldline Agile Coach team that help us a lot to find the best solution we can apply to our situation, because we know that our situation can be different from others. So we really study a lot which can be the possibilities. And at the end, we decided to do a reconfiguration based on unFIX. So unFIX, it's a model. It's a simple toolbox that helps people with versatile organization design and facilitates gradual changes, dynamic teams. And the important thing that we also use from this toolbox is the role of the managers that they have in this. And then we prefer to apply these instead of replicated some frameworks already existing. Let me also add that unFIX is based on some experience already provided by some other companies that apply it, like Tesla and higher. And we also, it's based on some books that you can find here in these slides, some books that we have used. And at the end of the presentation, you can see them bigger. So maybe you can use the name and read it.
Yeah, unFIX has been created by Jürgen Appello, that is the creator of Management 3.0, and it was published a few years ago, no more than 2 years ago, and it provides a lot of patterns that you can use to challenge what you are doing, your way of working. unFIX grouped and provide a lot of patterns sketched in cards that you will see in a while, that enable you to focus on a specific area of let me say, the whole organization that you are working on. For example, there are some on structural, some on teaming, some on decision, so which is the preferred way to take decision. There are also cards on goal setting and how to improve the process and the growth. They are available on the unFIX site for free, and you can grab from there. Yeah, a key aspect that we focus on during our reconfiguration was the value stream. As you know, the definition of value stream is quite familiar, I think, for many of us, but unFIX in recently reviewed also with Jürgen Appello this, let me say, description, because it's something that it's really important, that is really that maintain your company connected with the customer. And this is why they rephrase this definition to be really focused on the customer. So the value stream has a focus from the signal that come or that we find from our customer through the delivery to the customer, again trying to follow the whole life of the interaction with the customer. For this, in unFIX, there are some cards that provide some paradigm that help you to identify and possibly improve your collaboration with the customer. And we found three of these cards are really important. First of all, product values. The first one that is for us, it's important because we would really like to have a product view in our daily work. So this helps us to define some value stream specifically connected to some customers that are already able to work in this way with a product view. While we have other customers that are more related to a service. So we provide some service to the customer. That means not only a product, but some other part of this work that are the final service that the customer receive from us. And then we have also the last card that is project, because we work with a really big customer, and this means they have all of those needs. So they need products, they need service, and we need to put them together. So those are the value stream that enable us to identify which are the composition of the team that we should have implemented.
Yes, and the scope of unFIX is the base. So we all together compose the base, and it's a primary purpose to offer to the people part of this base a sense of belonging, so really a home, and a sense of purpose, so the goals, and a place for recognition, so these are the rewards.
Yeah, on this, unFIX reveal us through this pattern that are shown here. There are different team options that we could select based on our customer needs, the value stream that I talked before. Then we selected to go for two of those, the steady team that we called stable, and liquid team that we call fluid. The characteristic that we liked for the stable team are the long-lived relation and stable membership. We need this approach to reinforce our product evolution in the long term. Then the stability allows us also to enable collaboration from teammates who prefer to speak a common language, for example, and have a more close collaboration and interaction.
Yes, and in the other end, instead, we have the liquid team that we called fluid, because they are teams that change every sprint. So it's a big team that every sprint depends on the business needs, depends on the requirement we have. It's splitted in different teams. So the people part of these teams work together to achieve some specific goals that are not specific of a single client, and the team members can rotate in and out each sprint, creating some sub-teams to reach the specific goal that we have. But so independently from which is the type, which is the typologies of the team, a mandatory characteristic for both the teams is to act as an end-to-end team, able as much as possible to deliver independently from the other teams and from the other people to deliver features to the client every sprint. Being end-to-end means deliver from the start to the end to the client. And so this helps also the people to feel empowered and be able to interact with really with the customers from the start to the delivery of every feature we need to develop.
Okay, then the model that we landed on is based on this configuration that you can see in the slide, and is based on 4 stable teams focused on stable value stream and stable teammates. That is something that we mentioned before, and 1 fluid team that split itself into sub-teams at each sprint planning, like Gabriella reported before. Then we also identify the need to have a capability crew, like is reported here in red, providing the support and the additional expertise in case of lack of knowledge within one of the team. Because, you know, one of the things that we talk at the beginning is that we were growing fast. So it's quite impossible to have expert spreaded in all the team. So we found in this unFIX proposal, and this fixed crew, I would say, the capability crew, a possibility to maintain the expert in one team, working and talking with the other they know already and they are expert. And this team is a support team, let me say, for the other crew. Then we have also we identified also the needs to have a platform crew, because this crew is a sort of a caretaker of the whole platform that we are delivering and using for delivering value to our customer. Then finally, we have also this crew that is the governance crew that is intended to group manager, and facilitator that are leading all the value stream that we identified before.
Yes, so as you can see here in this image, at the end, we finalized this structure with 4 stable teams, and the stable teams are mainly focused to one single customer. So we have 4 different teams, one for client, made of, or each team is made of around 7-9 people. Instead, the fluid crew, this is why we called crew and not team, is because it's a crew, as explained before, that every sprint is split in different sub-teams. And in this crew, we have around 18-24 people. So every sprint, we create at least 2 teams. Sometimes we also create 3. And we have not a specific goal based on one single client, but every sprint, this change depends on which are the business requirement. So some aspect that we really consider important about this differentiation between the 2 teams was depends on, first of all, the fact that the stable team respect to the fluid team are smaller. So this should be able to adapt to the needs and not follow some specific rules. Then we have the fact that we have a not full-time versus a full-time. What does it mean full-time? We are not talking about the time we spent every day working, but the fact that during the sprint, some team can change their composition. So not being full-time on one single goal, but change, depends on the needs. The fact that we are not long live, so they are all together in the fluid team in one big crew, and based on the business needs, they can change. And then the last one, but maybe for us was the most important, the fact that we are not co-located. So even if we think that working face-to-face, it's really important and we really need these, we have, as you have seen in the first slide, we are really not co-located. So we have people in different time zone and different places. We work from Italy, from Spain, from Poland, Germany, India, America. So mixing people from different locations helps, in our case, the onboarding of the new joiners. And so this also helps to accelerate the training on the job of the new people and to speed up the effectiveness. So this is for us a really key success factor that enable us to create a really strong collaboration with all the new people. For example, just 6 months ago, we started joining new people from WGS, and this is what we are applying now. They are part of the fluid team. So this is a big team that helps the new joiners to really start this training on the job, put across to people that are more experienced with more seniority. If instead we could create different teams based on the location, probably they will be alone and not able to learn every day with a really good training on the job.
Pietro, you are
Pablo,
muted.
yeah.
Sorry, I can repeat. Sorry, sorry for that. Yeah, after the definition of of the organization that we see in the slide before, it becomes an important factor. How we should fit the people in the new configuration, and we found that the best way to ensure the people involvement is the active participation in the new organization, and this was for us the self-selection. What we mean with self-selection? Yeah, the characteristics that are really similar to the Shakhtar that ran before us his speech with the marketplace. We have some specific point, some specific step that help us to implement this. First of all, we define really few and clear rules to follow to create this new, to fill this new organization. Then we also define a clear goal to reach it during this event. The self-selection should have a clear goal that is do what is the best for the company. Okay, so the people were treated really like responsible adult. That means the goal is to make the best for our company. And then we allow the team members to choose the team depending on their attitude and feeling, because we feel that in order to have people empowered, this was one of the key factors.
Yes, we have to be honest and say that was not easy to do everything, to fit all these requirements, all these points, and share all these things and to explain them to the people, to make them feel engaged on this. And this was really our main challenge, the main challenge of the committee of people we said before, Scrum Masters, product owners, manager, volunteers, works really a lot on this preparation. So once that all the key points, all the key points that Pietro explained before were clarified, the committee empowered people about the self-selection. We explained in several meetings the rules for the self-selection event. We explained how we will manage this in the specific date. We explained the needs and how the self-selection would have been done. And then we also did a trial before the final event. We like to say, as you can see here in this image, that we play poker for no money. So we had this trial that was like a real event, like a real self-selection event, but where you can put all your I mean, we play with no money, so you can put your name wherever you want, just to see which are the rules, how can you use the board, talk with people, use the rooms, so do the things that then we will have to in the real event. And so at this point, got how the self-selection event will work, and the people had time to do questions. The managers, the committee explained again the rules, and so the teams were really prepared to start with the self-selection. And so after all this preparation, finally the D-Day was decided and we started. So here is the real board that we used during our first self-selection. We had this first round on March 2023. And here in this board, you can see in the top the rules that we just collected to remind to the people which are the rules. On the left side, we have our structure. So you can see the different teams in the center. On the left side, we have the platform crew and the product owner crew. In the top, the government crew. In the right side, instead, we have the capability crew. Now, let's imagine to be no? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Now it's clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Now.
Okay. So you see, if you need to choose your place within the organization, we just start. Your agile coach explain you, well, this is our board, this is what we will use today for the self-selection. You have to look for your name in the right side of the board. You can find your spot, and then when we say go, you can move your name in the team in which you prefer to stay. So you have 10 minutes to do this, to decide your final choice for this round. If you're not sure, if you want to discuss with other teammates, if you want to agree with them, let's go together in one single team, you can do it. We can arrange some rooms. We use Teams. We did everything online because, as we have shared before, we are split in several places. So we use Teams, and so we also can create some rooms for you so you can agree and discuss with the other people. Then when the 10 minutes are up, we can review all together if the rules are satisfied, and the product owners and managers can check if the rules are satisfied and do another review together. Then if some rules are not satisfied, are broken, or if managers underline some possible issues that are present, we will repeat again the round of selection. And so again, people can meet in some rooms, discuss. With the first selection, we have different rounds. So until the organization is satisfied for everyone, we continue with this. And so we can say 3, 2, 1, let's start.
Yeah, and something astonishing happened. We did 3 rounds, and after almost 3 hours, sorry, we come up with this new team organization. Every one of the 70 people that was surprised from the fact that we were able to make self-selection a real success, because this allows us to transform our 3 Scrum team in a new, let me say, organization that was completely different. Normally, managers and PO decided the Scrum team composition, who will join and with whom. While the success of this event is the demonstration that we can empower people and let them choose their best position based on their knowledge, their capability, their competence. And who better than each individual know their own skill. So knowledge and potential of these of the other colleagues has been let me say shared in order to create something really powerful, that is this new group.
Yes, it's good to stay today here after the presentation of Shekar, because I think we share 2 different example or what we apply, and that was good, that was great. And this in our case was so good that we decided to have another self-selection. After 6 months, we experienced that based on the fact that we have some business change, some new people join, so some teams become too big, we decided in October to have another round of self-selection. But before doing this, we, as a Scrum Master, did some one-to-one meetings with all the people in each team, because we want to understand directly from the people which was their idea on the 6 months past. So if they was okay with the team in which they are, or if they are not satisfied, if they want to change. And so we collect many feedbacks.
Yes, and as you can see from this diagram that are really similar to the Shakhtar one, we found that almost the vast majority, that is 95%, would like to stay in the same team, and even those belonging to the fluid team, for which we perceived that the higher complexity of this organization, of this team way of working. And And the question that I would like to leave on the floor is, do you think that this number can be achieved also with a traditional organization done from top down from the management? Yeah, business side, there are like reported by Gabriella, after 6 months, customers are always demanding. There are changes, and we found new challenges that drive us that require us to find some improvement in our configuration. And unFIX enable us to adapt the new need. So we are so flexible that we are able to reassess the value stream that are coming. As you can see, there are new value stream coming from different customers that join our group, and then we planned to change a bit our configuration. For example, we decided to move from 1 to 2 fluid Scrum team, and then we decided to reduce the number of stable team because of this change in the stream that are reaching us. And this is the final, let me say, configuration that we have after our second self-selection that happened in October. Yeah, before closing, we are at the end. We would like to share the book that help us a lot. Some are coming from unFIX, some are coming from other source that we found really important to prevent or reinvent the wheel. Let me say, we are not interested to share this because of the royalty, but for us it was really important that we learn together with this team that we created how to improve our way of working. It was not okay, we take a framework and we will implement it like the book, and we are happy. Those books help us to define our, let me say, journey.
Yes, and let me add that what we really learned during these years, during these months, is that you can't really consider a working approach that it's working for someone else, the right one also for you and for your situation and your context. So you really need to apply the things that are good for your situation, for your people, for your business needs, and so on. So we learn that you have to adapt to your needs. And so organization needs to be adapted to the customers and to the people needs. And so depends on the situation, depends on the time that we have different customer needs and different people, we can change and we can adapt. This is why we apply 2 different self-selection in less than 1 year.
Here there are some sorry, once again, I'm mute. Some link that we would like to share. First, the most important one is the one that I put here also in the QR code. We are as a tech squad, I'm part of the tech squad as reported before, and we are looking for new joiner. There is this page on SharePoint that you can hit to retrieve all the information that you would like to have. Shortly, what is Tech Squad? Tech Squad is a squad that was a group of squad, let me say, that was built from Worldline, starting from the international expert community that are around 80 people around the world. We are split in different groups, and the scope is to make visible outside of Worldline in the world the fact that Worldline is a tech company, is an agile tech company. It's really important that we have people coming from all around the world, and we are looking for people, new joiners, as reported here. So if you are interested, please hit the link, or in case you are not able, please contact me, and I will provide you all the information. So we would like to close our talk with this last poll for you. If you can join once again the form, we would like to ask you one word that is the word that remain in your mind after this talk. The link is shared by Gabriella in the chat. and please join it and leave us some information. We would like to learn from you also something. So which are the words that you like? Let's see. I see no answer, so it seems there are no. Yeah. Anyway, in the meantime, I would like to open the Q&A session because I think yeah, we are out of time. There are 5 minutes more. Yeah, so I would like to say thank you, and we really need to have some question from you to understand if we are able to share what we would like to share. If you have doubt or anything that is coming to your mind, please ask.
Sorry, what was the duration of the sprint, if I missed that?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, we decided after a few discussions to have 3 weeks for each. Let me say, every team as is synchronized on 3-week sprints.
It appears this is very close to Scrum, the framework. However, this is more customized than the actual Scrum.
Yes, exactly. As we shown, we start from Scrum because we are the Scrum teams. But then, since the fact that we are so many, we move to less, and then after less, we move to unFIX. That helps us to really customize our needs and the business and the requirements needs from the clients to our situation. So, for example, also the fact that we use the other teams that we call the capability crew, the platform crew. This is something that in Scrum we don't have. But for us, was really helpful because they are teams that are not part of the Scrum teams, so they don't have the daily DSM, the planning and so on, but they are part of experienced people that really helps the teams. So they are in the vertical, no, respect to the teams that are in the horizontal stuff.
Okay, does this also follow the principles of Agile? 4 values of Agile, principles in Agile? Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. For us, as we reported in some of the slides, the people, one of the principles in Agile is build your product on people, on team that are empowered. Okay, so for us, it was really a key factor. This we need to push for having people able to decide their own path, but also their own, let me say, people whom they would like to collaborate. We really think that having this ability to select the people to work with improve our efficiency, and something that we do not show before because we were more focused on the team response. We have really good feedback also from the customer. Because at the end, everything that we talk about makes sense only if we are able to deliver value to our customer. And we receive really good feedback and a request from one of those customers that we are following to improve the agile collaboration. We are going to implement some OKR together with this customer. So we are having a retrospective with this customer. Specifically with some of the area of improvement that are part of the process that is also, let me say, outside of the control of our team, because it's based on a contract with this customer. And we are challenging the contract because of this collaboration that is, I would say, improved with this configuration.
Good, thank you. And but how do we measure the success in this kind of a model or a framework? Because in Scrum, we measure the success or the performance using a velocity or a burn down, burn up chart, something like that. So what is a yardstick here? We know, yes, we reached that goal, and this is the performance that we had.
Yeah, you know, the problem in velocity, for example, is quite hard to measure the velocity between and compare the velocity between different teams. So we need to have a different approach. And the idea was, yeah, as you have seen, satisfaction of the team. So people are really giving us feedback. Okay, this is working. We are having this trouble or not. And what we see is that the people are more satisfied now than before. On the other side, we have some business measure. And as I told you before, we are also setting up some common OKR. So that means we identify the goal that we would like to reach. That is, in our case, a group of feature delivered in a really challenging and tough time. And this was possible only in this configuration. So our matrix was really the customer satisfaction. Okay, so we were more focused on not on the team performance in per se, let me say, that is the number of user story delivered, because this doesn't make sense. And there are also, in this case, books that suggested do not go in that direction, do not use the velocity, because it's not something that is helping you to reach the real needs of the company, that is the customer satisfaction. We need the customer satisfied.
Okay, how do we estimate the size of the user story in this model?
Yeah, we know this is part of our let me say complex process that we have. In order to have the approval from the customer, we create for each request that comes from the customer a sort of let me say high level document, let me say, that define the sketch, the solution, and provide an estimation. And this estimation normally is done by one of the team. Normally, if the team is, if the customer is one of the value stream that we identify, that team will provide the estimation. Okay. Then, if when the customer approve that work, maybe that specific team is already full doing other activities. So in that case, the fluid team that we identify is able to take in charge that activity. And of course, they will re-estimate during the planning. We have two levels of planning, one altogether, like it is shared, expressed in less. One altogether and one in each team. So that in that case, the team revise the estimation. In case of disagreement or any other issue, we share with the PO and then with the customer the new the difference. So we try to match the final, let me say, estimation with the original estimation, having clear in mind that we are talking about estimation. So estimation is a forecast. Like the weather, sometimes some rain comes also if it is not planned.
Okay, so on what cases or what scenario this model will not work or may fail?
I really don't know, because yeah, I'm a Scrum fan, so I think that if you use the Scrum methodology, Scrum framework, sorry, you can adapt and discover solution for every problem. So I don't see till now any problem, no one problem, let me say, that using Scrum and all these discussion that we have also together will not enable you to reach the success. So I don't see any constraint, let me say.
Good.
Maybe if you have a team that is not so big, I mean, in our case, I think that the most important thing we consider is the fact that we are around 70 people and we work on the same product. So it was very difficult to us to work together and to build a structure that can work, considering also leaving also Scrum. So this is why we try to adapt and to find other tools and other frameworks or toolbox as unFIX to apply to our situation. So this was really good for a big team, a big tribe, we can say.
Okay, my last question. There's something called a Scrum of Scrums, correct? So, so here also, is there anything called fix of the fix?
Yeah, there are a lot of, I would say, there are a lot of framework. We investigate some of them, but we prefer, as reported by Gabriella, unFIX, because it's I would say is not a new methodology, let me say, like it's reporting in the home site for unFIX, but it's a sort of pattern that you can use to improve your way of working, let me say in this way. So there is not a specific rule you have to follow. Let me say an example that maybe you know better, SAFE. If you follow SAFE, you have a big amount of rules that you have to follow step by step. And then you can say you are doing safe. While unFIX provide you the pattern that is like a coder. You have the code pattern that provide you, or architect pattern that provide you some good direction, some just suggestion, but then the implementation is up to you. And this is something that we apply to the organization.
Good. Thank you. It was good here.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but we are already over the time mark. So maybe if you have any other questions, you can talk about later. But for now, we are done with the time. So thank you so much, both of you, for such a wonderful session. It was really insightful. And thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Then
Thank
we
you
will
all.
Thanks a
conclude
lot.
here.
Thank you.
Wonderful
Bye.
conversation. Yeah.
Very informative. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So